I am talking to the former priest whose father and he...
Father Alexander, sorry.
Whoops, I'm in the way, aren't I? So we're the right nuisance, sorry.
Father Alexander Zebic of the Serbian Orthodox Church. And the card you're holding, if you want to record it, my dad and I are the originators. My dad came up with the idea to build a church many years ago, 60 years ago roughly, and we bought the land from the plot of land from the Cadbury family. When we went to see George Cadbury, he said, "Father," to my father, "you want to build a church?" He said, "Yes." He said, "How much money have you got?" He said, "Well, we haven't got any at the moment yet, but we'll..." He said, "Listen, Father, when you've collected some money, come and see me again and we can have a talk about it." Anyway, my dad went back, because bear in mind, most of the people who were there in his existing parish, which was in Middleton Hall Road, a little chapel, had come with him. My mum and dad met in a prisoner of war camp in Germany. She escaped from Russia, Dad escaped from what was then Yugoslavia. They ended up coming here. Anyway, he went to see his parishioners and he said to one, "You will want £100 from me by the end of the week. You will want 200, you 50. Talking about lots, it was a lot of money he did. Anyway, after 6 weeks, he went to see George Cadbury again. And he said, "Father," I said, "when you've got some money?" He said, "I've got some money. How much do you want for the land?" In the end, what happened was that they sold the land to us for half the market price, because they're a religious family in any case. And we then proceeded to... The plans were drawn up in Serbia. The builders, we approached a company called Wimpy's.
Yeah, I know Wimpy's. Well, yeah, I've heard of them back in the 60s.
When they looked at the plans, they said, "No chance can we build this, can't do it. Don't understand how you go from 4 to 6 to 8 to 12. So we had to bring the builders over from Serbia, and they were here for 3 years, took 3 years to build. Then obviously the fresco paintings inside were done. It took 16 years for the inside to be done.
Here's the fresco paintings.
It's a long story. Ironically, I used to, just up the road from the church is Bournville School.
Right.
Yeah, I used to teach there as well. Taught, ironically, RE.
I used to teach in further education in London.
In fact, yesterday I was at the hospital for an X-ray, and a lady sitting at the QE, and she looked at me and said, I was with my 2 sticks, she said, "Father Zebic?" I said, "Yes." She said, "You don't recognise me, do you?" I said, "No." She said, "Mrs. Mooney, I was one of the secretaries at Bournville School many years ago when you taught." Wow. She's an old lady now as well. But yeah, it's small.
So, Father, you're telling me that your father and you built the Serbian cathedral.
Yeah.
And that is the most amazing place. I've got a friend of mine in Canada. He came over in January and we took him to it. It was locked, unfortunately, we couldn't go to the service. But that's the most amazing story.
Services every Sunday at 10 o'clock and feast days. For instance, yesterday was the Transfiguration in our calendar, because we go by a different calendar. This is the Gregorian calendar. Ours is 14 days difference, which is, hey, the whole world went by it at one stage, but Pope Gregory the 13th, I think it was, changed it to the Gregorian, and that's what the world uses now.
Do you celebrate in the cathedral?
Occasionally, but I retired due to ill health. As I explained to you a bit earlier, I'm not well. 58 tablets a day I take, and I'm in agony and pain. That's why I was surprised when you offered to help. Not many people offer to help you, because they look at me and they think, oh, this guy's healthy. Wish I was. Anyway,
Wow.
I'm going to leave
Thank
you
you
in
so
peace,
much,
and,
Father. I really appreciate that.
all feast days, and you can pick up the times of services in the church, which will tell you what days. Yes, for instance, because we get English people, Greek people, Romanian people, Russian people, Serbian people. Although it's a Serbian Orthodox Church, we get more other people than Serbs.
Oh, we're Roman Catholic. We're Catholic in the Roman Rite.
Well, exactly. I'm Catholic as well, but Orthodox Catholic.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah,
People say, why are you Roman Catholic? I'm Catholic.
We were all one at one time.
Absolutely.
But
Are we allowed to take communion in the cathedral? That's the sad thing, isn't it?
No, sadly,
That's the very
unless
sad.
you're Orthodox.
Yeah.
No.
It's the same with the Anglican Church.
Yeah.